And this one is G2 versus FaZe. It goes down on Mirage, just to the second, nuke the third, should we require it. And we haven't done predictions, but that's because these two teams do seem inseparable. The server is where we will find out who has the edge.
Well, we'll get into the matchup right away here. Will be a T-sided start for FaZe Clan on their map pick of Mirage here, and they're sending 5 players towards the A side of the map. Only one smoke available. I'd assume they'll be used towards the CT spawn position, but over it goes towards jungle. And here we go, Jax to be tested, and so many Glocks in front of him. He will be taken out. Up to Nexa and Hunter now as they lie in wait.
Okay, first blood does make things a bit more difficult for the CTs. You can see the passive stance and quite the opposite for FaZe. They're ready to dance the dance, but look at Hunter. Backs are turned. Oh no, the precision. He couldn't maintain it for Brokey. Puts them into a very extreme disadvantage. There's very little that Nexa can say about this one. An unarmored body, and he's already gone down from one shot to the head. Amanek trying to claw something back, keep it respectable, retrieves the kit and the smoke, so there is something to be said about this one.
We'll see what he can do with it. He'll have to smoke the bomb and defuse and hope they don't take him down straight away, but they're going to start making their way. And as soon as they hit that smoke bloom, they're going to start coordinating their way towards the C4. It's not a great smoke, but it's a great shot, I have to say. Amanek now, with a chance to defuse it, is going for it. Takes himself off the bomb, and it will be ready to close things out. But there it is, FaZe with just one smoke, a single flashbang there, sending all 5 players towards A, smoking towards that connector position and managing to break things open here. Brokey on for 4 kills in this particular round, managed to absolutely blow them out of the water at jungle.
Now, if you are just joining us here in the Road to Rio and you missed FaZe's opening game, you might forget Inferno, and there was one scoreline on that map that we kept repeating time after time after time. It was they're up 11-1 on their T side of Inferno. It was looking so good. And then they ended up dropping the ball there and going all the way to a third map. So what we need to see from FaZe, if they get these massive leads, it's about that ability to close.
Yeah, they seem to struggle. If they ever lose a massive clutch scenario, where it's a 1v3 against them, that's when the team changes. Something happens to them, they get frustrated, I'm not sure, but either way, we are pushing off towards short here. Nexa will find the first kill, but Brokey responds quickly, and they will be making their way towards the A site here. So it's actually completely open for them. So this force buy, they might want to consider holding on to their upgraded pistols here and the scout. There's another nice shot from Nexa, 3-on-3, might be worth going for now, considering the bomb's not even planted.
Yeah, hang on a second. There is perhaps more to be said about this one than we first realized. Olofmeister, by the way, has had quite the return to form. He was very critical of himself at EPL Season 11, but coming into the Road to Rio had a blistering start in their opening game. Will miss the shots initially towards Jax's CT advance. Amanek, however, very short-lived, and Brokey's looking precise today. All headshots. Quad kill for him in the second.
Yeah, he goes 7-1. That's not bad at all. Impact player for sure. And that was the force buy of G2. They were unable to save a thing there, so it's going to have to be the full eco, as FaZe are off to a flying start here on their map pick on the T side. Means Olofmeister will be thrown over the UMP, and we'll have not really much to say about the G2 setup here. Maybe one flashbang will be brought down to the mix so they can swing towards middle. They've just gone for one P250, and that's about it. There's a single smoke for Amanek. So what have they got in mind here? They're going to stack towards B. That's what we always say. Never rush B into the anti-ecos. Never get stuck in there. Sure, you probably win the round. But if they have stacked B, which is the most common approach, you could find yourself in a lot of trouble.
Double nades towards the connector peak. And this stack might get a little inquisitive. It seems like Nexa wants to join Hunter for a little look mid.
I'm kind of worried for FaZe here, just based off where the bomb is and no one is over towards the A side of the map. They've spotted one towards Cat now, but they don't have any presence Palace or a ramp. They are inquiring as to what's going on towards B. So Olof with that UMP, if he goes down and doesn't see anything but one player, that's bad information and a terrible result. But Brokey, he's going to steal back some of his own, and I think now they'll corral themselves through the connector towards A.
Yeah. They seem to be very clear about their objective at this point. Get up towards the A site, plant the bomb, job done. 4 players wait towards the B bomb site here, and G2 might even just want to hold on to the pistols. Otherwise, you're going to farm a lot of money here for Olofmeister. They're going to swing off towards short. He doesn't spot them until now. I'll get more than he bargained for as Nico, Cold Zera all start to chime in and spray them down, keep the sheet very clean indeed. 5 players survive as we go into the first gun round here. Kenny S has got enough for the AWP, and I'm sure that'll be brought out nice and early.
So I kind of forgot when I was coming into this game that FaZe Clan have been having some ridiculously good-looking leads. Like, they've been having 11-4 T-halves where they look like they're hitting every shot possible to hit, and then they've conceded or been pushed to a full 30 rounds. That's the recent state of affairs.
Well, just to know this, we've got a double AWP set up on Amanek. He's got no armor, so he really wanted to get this secondary AWP out here. He'll be holding towards B, which enables him just to have one player on this side of the map. He can hold a aggressive line, but remember, no armor makes it very squishy indeed. If coldzera gets a bullet near him, he won't be able to recover. Already towards kitchen, coldzera has broken through, so holding this aggressive line. Does it allow Hunter to push? That's the question.
There wouldn't be a flash. He's going to do this drive. And coldzera goes down. Big frag.
He loves pushing towards those B apartments. He does this so much, and this time just reels it in, gets the opening kill, realizes they've got a 5-on-4, and just decides to fall back. Great stuff.
Exactly what G2 needed.
That to me looks like they're taking advantage a little bit of the way that FaZe Clan want to approach their default rounds here. That was premeditated. Having Amanek being able to AWP all the way down the line to open the doorway for Hunter to go for a frag like that, using your sharpest tool to cut this round open is a good start here for G2 Esports. And as you can see, now they can just kind of set that net up in a little bit more of a passive spread. We know FaZe love a slow round. We've been talking about their eco rounds. They are one of the main offenders when it comes to waiting out for all that utility, but in the gun rounds as well.
Yeah, they're more than happy to watch that clock go down and be planting in the very closing stages. Looks like Kenny's not going to let them into the site. Olof decides he's coming in anyway. He's taken down Jax. A flash looks positive, but Rain, he gets shut down by Next. So the trades do continue, and that puts favor for FaZe. At least if that bomb could go down. Brokey might give it a go, but he's going to get hunted down. Kenny finds his second of the round, and the double AWPs are maintained as well as finding G2's first.
Yeah, that's huge. Amanek with no armor in the previous round now recovers the AWP, got $3,400 to spend as well, so we can drop an M4 over, and doesn't get armor, unfortunately, because of that fact. But still, we saw it work before. Glass Cannon can work once again.
Yeah. Glass Cannoning for 2 rounds in a row, though, it does feel odd. Probably not very many rounds Amanek's had to go back-to-back Glass Cannon.
There was a G2 game, boys. I don't even remember the opponent, but we were very critical of the double AWP setup on Mirage for Amanek. I remember him not finding many kills, and they kept investing in it time and time again. So let's see if they're able to change that this time round.
Yeah, it seemed like they wanted to do it every single time they had the money for it. And this is no different, but of course he had the drop-on weapon, so we'll see how it transpires as time goes on. Flashbang towards Connector for now. Next out receives it fully, but he's got the smoke to protect him. Nico just exploring his options towards the window, and of course towards CPL. The vent shot out, and Hunter waits on the other side. Oh, he's got it.
Oh, he gets him. Hunter v Nico. That's 1 for his tally. I'm sure they'll be keeping an internal tally throughout this game. But 5 versus 4, and the frag does go the way of Nico's cousin.
They just tried to use the Hunter boost against Hunter. They
that's a really good point.
But that's the go-to strategy that Crazy in the past would use with Hunter to be able to get a lot of access. Molotovs will burn him down a little bit, but the smoke will save the day. But Olof will find the gap right now, and the vent not being broken, you heard us talking about this. It's the early warning system.
And he can get Jax. There's nothing Hunter can do other than try and hold the line. Olof's taking the jewel, does good damage. And now next, unchecked, but Brokey with the reaction shot. He's got another. He's keeping FaZe in this.
That's huge from Brokey. He is having one hell of a performance so far. Is it enough, though? Need to get that bomb down if possible. Olof, very low HP indeed. Same story for Brokey as well. They hold towards the window room, and the bomb will be planted. So, FaZe Clan have managed to worm their way back into this one. A freebie for Olofmeister, and that's going to be one of the AWPs removed now. Kenny S towards CPL.
Yeah, now Olof doesn't need to do anything other than just hold this passive. He can sit there and just wait. In fact, he'll do it with the AWP even better. Let's Hunter in. Doesn't want to contest too early. You can play from CT should he need to with that AWP, and I think,
with their money so broken here, they just can't really justify it. The fact they've got an AWP in Kenny S, he's got 3K as well. He can actually drop an M4 going to the next round, and Kenny S with an AWP, even with USPs around him, is enough to win a round. So, sure, it's not the sexiest way of approaching this situation, but certainly the most logical.
And Brokey, another blistering start. Worth mentioning, he's on 12 frags 5 rounds into the game. So, at the moment, the newest addition is doing more than enough for FaZe Clan. We'll get to see his highlights here. Cracking into the A site. That shot mid-air as he descends. Nexa losing his mind, and that was a lovely double.
Was very flashed. He just recovered at that moment, but still, he wasn't expecting that around the corner. Neither was I, to be honest. It looked like a guaranteed kill for him.
It did. It looked perfect.
So there's the drops. Oh, are they going to drop the M4? It was available to them, so they're not going to go for it. So Kenny S keeping his money strong. But like I said, it could be enough to win the round on its own.
So with $1,200 invested into round 6, G2 are going to give it a go. And Kenny's AWP has already found its first target. Doesn't quite take him down. It was through the corner of the wall. Rain, he's fine to operate at 68.
Once they establish this full mid control, it's about posturing up and seeing, hey, CTs, do you want to peek into our area of the map now? And if nothing that's inquisitive, that's when they'll start to move on forward here. Knowing they are up against that saved AWP and rifle, it's about identifying where they've moved to. We know where they started, but where are they now? And that's the biggest question on FaZe's mind as they will push themselves up through into the connector.
Oof. They might overlook Nex's spot here. Luckily, we'll get away with it. Nico will convert the kill. Kenny Esto down to 15. Objective save the AWP now. But the bomb down an awkward spot, but recoverable. Rain will take that and head towards the A side itself. Nothing for Kenny S to do, but Amanek only got the P2000. Might as well have a look at some options here. What's available to him? The M4.
That'll do.
Oh, yeah, get out of there. Quick. Not quick enough, my friend. Kenny has to save the orb now.
Yeah, he should, right? Why is he taking this duel? He's so low. One stray bullet from Nico. This could take him down. He's showed them where they are. Oh, Nico's going for the full flank. Oh, it would have been the coolest of smooth moves. Just flying from window, flanking him now. He'd be shot in the side of the head, but Nico's move didn't quite work out. He could still find him, though, because he's heading towards Apps. And Nico, he can hear him. Oh. And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Still goes for the one tap, of course.
You got to respect it. And there it is, another fantastic round for FaZe. Up against Shaw, Pistols, remember, a saved Kenny S AWP and a Hunter M4 as well. Nothing to be sneezed at. As we get into the next round here, plenty of money available. Could still go for that double AWP setup, so we'll see whether Chad's comment is realized at this point. I do remember that match as well. Amanek forcing the double AWPs every single time. So what's going to... They're buying after the freeze time.
Not your favourite.
Not my favourite at all.
I know, that can get your toes a little curly.
Especially on the CT side. Especially on the CT side of Mirage, right? If you want to deal with a fast mid, or if you had a good spawn for Palace or something like that, buying when spawn time means you have to just be a little bit more passive to kick off this round. So maybe that's good for G2. It did take a lot of damage early towards middle on both Kenny and Hunter. It looks like they want to potentially pounce on to B.
Remember,
He's
no armor.
got no armor, and he's still hitting shots. That was the bomb as well, spotted. Will be scooped up by Coldzera. Rain's already gone, but what just happened in middle? Nico just blows this round up. Double kill, and well, it's over. That's it.
Quite the round there from FaZe Clan.
I want to remind everybody here, before everyone starts getting too excited at home, all the FaZe Clan fans, you've got Banks out there doing some videos, everyone's cheering, it's a great time. We've seen massive leads from FaZe plenty of times before. Let's wait until there's 16 locked on, and this could be a 14-1 half, and I still wouldn't believe FaZe will close it until they get that 16th round on the board.
Yeah, they really have broken their own hearts and some of our analyst minds, but...
It's just they look so good until a point, and Kenny, wow.
Keeping the dream alive, for now at least, trying to hold on to the open towards our Palace position. The king of the AWP, holding on to the weapon, the best of his ability. Looks like he's absolutely fine. So at least have that going forward, but still the money's not great. There is a buy there, but I'd say it's more of a partial buy territory. So here's Nico. We didn't see these two frags. He managed to get two in very quick succession. Where does the second kill come from?
What was he anticipating?
I think it was window. Oh,
an angle. Jeez.
You're going to fill that one in the morning.
Yeah, Jack's grateful for the free haircut, given the situation, but...
Yeah.
Nico's the one handing it out. Unfortunate for the grand scheme. It's 6-1. FaZe, this is as good as any. Couldn't ask for a better start than this, really.
Yeah, it's certainly not. Kenny gets another crack with the AWP. Heads over towards the B bomb site for now, looking up towards the apartments themselves. Says you want to actually get aggressive and push forward. Time will tell.
Rush, can you just go towards the top mid setup for us while we've got this going down? This might be a bit of a slow round. So you can see here, go to Rain's POV for everybody. Well, he was sitting anti-flash, right?
Yeah.
He was looking into the wall. He had a teammate covering across for him in case of a push. He will greet one right now. Nice trade.
Yeah, well played by Hunter to get something out of that. There were 3 players roughly ready for that. He manages to go 1 for 1.
Is it enough, though? Kenny has still with the utility, defuse kit as well. And, of course, that AWP. It's loaded right down, bomb towards middle.
I really need to learn the top, like the CT side of connector smoke from top mid boxes. Sure. That's such a potent smoke. You saw Nico throwing in the round before.
Amanek has started to thread the needle here. He's actually got through with the B push. Heading towards T-spawn. He will be greeted by Brokey. And he's got the AWP as well, so he needs to be very careful there.
He's ready for it.
Oh, no.
Maybe he's not. Oh, the worst way to go. A little look away. Amanek cannot believe his luck. Even around when he didn't start with it, he gets the double AWP he so craves.
Could be enough now. This is one of these rounds for FaZe. 25 seconds remain up against double AWPs, Desert Eagles, and Kenny S. He knows that's not enough. He needs to keep swinging and trying to apply pressure. Takes down Olof Meister, leaving poor and coldzera. Surely nothing to be said about this one. And G2 posting their second round. And it's enough, the Kenny S AWP. There it is.
You said it. Just USPs. But yeah, with a couple of Deagles thrown into the mix. And it's a Kenny S and G2 round. Impact player, no doubt about it. But that's put them right back into contention for the rest of these rounds. Amanek started this party off by catching Brokey. To be fair, though, that position from Brokey, that must have been like a product of the timing, right?
It's also a product of the grenade that he was going to throw, right? So they were going to go into middle there. He was probably going to line up a flash. You could see him quick changing between that as he didn't know where he needed to be looking at that current time. So it was just a little bit unfortunate, but they did put the brakes on too long, expecting G2 just to respect them. But this is a little bit quicker.
And Hunter's ready. Does get traded as Nico surely not going to be expecting a second right there, but oh, the flash is enough. It slows Nexa down, and he'll actually refresh the smoke. And Olof's just opened up B. Look at it, knife out. He knows Amanek was solo. Yeah. He knows he had the AWP, and just like that, the strategy, whatever it was, is thrown out the window. Someone's screaming B.
Yeah, Olof Meister right at the kitchen window there. Nico to hold top and middle. This is looking great, but Kenny S has spotted Nico. He has no idea. He didn't see that. Well, he does know the incendiary's coming, so he'll be aware of it, and Kenny S should be able to take him. Oh, dear! That's wild. Nexa absolutely destroyed at the window, and that could be enough to win the round on its own.
Oh, I mean, the odds were so in G2's favor for that fight. He still takes one with him. Had they got that frag cleanly, they might have gone for it.
They probably would.
Damn. Nico, one single kill in the flames. They knew where he was. He had no idea. Pretty damn good idea, to be fair, as the incendiary was flying out, but he takes the fight patience exuded from his shots. And we got ourselves another. That's going to be 7.
Certainly do. They'll save the AWP and the AK-47 this time. They've still got plenty of money here on the G2 squad after winning by virtue of the Deagles and the AWP. There's a bit of reserve cash here, but Nico, fantastic work here. Lovely shot towards his cousin in the connector. Top and middle, and this is where he got that beautiful one-tap towards Nexa. Didn't see it coming. Never stood a chance.
You can see, though, by having 2 players in connector from G2, that's a clear game plan to deal with FaZe's normal approach, right? They love doing the mid defaults with the isolating smokes towards connector, window, and cat. So by having 2 in that position, they're trying to deny that real estate to FaZe. It's not working so far, but you can see at least what they've been working on.
Secondary open towards the underpass now. Hasn't really worked out for him, but it's the same scenes, Chad. He's buying it every single opportunity that comes through. Not necessarily winning them rounds. If anything, it cost him the last round. And it's going to be the flash attack coming in from the Palace position. So normally just 1 smoke, 2 flashes come over, 3 players will leap out.
And here they come. Perfect flashes. Jax was in the perfect line, though, to catch the Palace push. He only gets 1 before being forced back in at 22 HP. Now they have some space to... Is he really going for the plant? He is. Assuming Jax can't contest, the smoke is respected, and they've got it down. A 4v4 for the after plant.
Kits available, smokes as well. coldzera just patrolling the bomb, making sure he can keep a note of that lineup. We know the smoke's going to land on top of that bomb. There's the first coming in towards Tetris, but of course, coldzera can look above it.
They come. Cold. Oh, he had the perfect angle, but Kenny still hits the shot. Now Nico smoked off, but catches Jax off the bomb. He had low HP. Oh, and he's done it all off! That's ridiculous! The transfer, all 3 in the blink of an eye from the Swede.
That's such great work from Olof Meister there. It was getting towards a tense scenario as well.
Yeah,
it felt like G2 had done enough. That great AWP shot from Kenny S, but Olof Meister shuts the round down. He comes with a big spray down here as well. Caught Hunter, then Nexa. Beautiful.
Well, a point that's just been sent to us from SEO here. While Hunter is sitting at 5 for 9 in terms of frags, he's actually 4 and 1 in opening duels. However, he's being almost instantly traded time and time again.
He's doing his job there, right?
He's finding the kill, but he's also getting taken down immediately after. And as we know, a 4v4 favors the T side.
That's a good point. Well, this is going to be the aggressive CT push with the Astralis smoke top and middle, a Molotov to its side as well, and Nico takes a nade to the face. Olof Meister bullet to the chest. Kenny S looking very sharp today. Hasn't really had a chance to really show us what he's capable of. And in terms of the shots he's been given, he's converted most of them.
Interesting to see FaZe's protocols. So with deep smoke, they simply boosted and waited, cleared up top boxes, and actually choosing to chop and change. Nico low will take the AWP Palace. Kenny's responsibility for the defense. So there's clearly not going to be too much of a warning for this one, since there's 3 in Palace. No smokes flying over, more of a contact play.
Yeah, let's see if it works out for them. They could actually, they're close to the A ramp, they're inside it. If they retreat with their knives out, they could be in a lot of trouble here. Both CTs waiting at A ramp, but it's going to work out quite nicely. Dexter and Jax chiming in, but it is going to be a 3-on-2. Rain finds a bit of wiggle room here. Is that going to be enough? Jax doesn't seem to think so. He's going to swing and presumably take him down, if not Hunter.
That should be enough for the round. Nico hasn't quite announced his presence in Palace yet. Hunter's staring at him and went for the quick scope. Another one for the Hunter tally. He even take a warp into the next as well. We know that's a hot prospect for the G2 CT side, and it's all Hunter. You can see the head-to-head for them now. It's the opening kills that do highlight Hunter's prowess, as Chad talked about just in the opening stages of that round. We saw him rushing up mid with 5-7, going 1-for-1. We've seen it multiple times. There is evidence to back that stat up for sure.
Well, FaZe Clan will call their first tactical timeout. We heard it from Yanko in the pregame. He's not been that satisfied, per se, with the preparation. And we've also got a B stream going on as well. So we've got Contact Gaming thing on Movistar Riders. Those boys actually doing a pretty good job on their T side of Nuke so far.
They just got was that nade kill just through the skylights? That would have been really cool.
I think you might be right, yeah.
Damn. Might have to go and watch that one
Let's not
later.
forget the Movistar Riders did just manage to pick up a huge victory to start off their run. So keep your eyes on that. Mousesports fell.
Indeed they did. Here's the replay of Rain. A couple of kills for him. How crispy were they? Well, second was pretty special, I have to say, but Hunter getting the job done here. Denying the plant, taking down Nico towards a Palace position, and we do have a buy for FaZe Clan. Not the best. You can see Nico Glock armor right now. There's the AK.
There it is.
So coldzera down to the Galil. Haven't said as much a whole bunch yet. We'll see whether he can start to step up now. Double orb set up. Not coming through, actually, on the CT side. They've lent away from him.
It's double connector play again. It puts a lot of pressure on Jax on that side in case somebody does want to walk out. This here is the key jewel of potentially the remainder of this first half.
Who will blink first? Oh, they're pushing. They're flashing and pushing. And Rain's waiting on the other side, but the flash was good. He was blinded by Jax. Nico equalizes. He was sitting at the top of middle, and he's managed to keep it 3v3 despite their best efforts early. Advantage for the T side typically. Look at coldzera. He's trying to find space here, and he will. If he continues this walk, Amanek's not going to be ready for this.
He's got past the first window at least. Amanek, oh, he averts his gaze. This could be problematic. He does look back, didn't catch Nico, but luckily he didn't spot him either. It's going to be a 3 versus 2. Brokey pulls one back. Amanek not really sure where to look, and there's a T that's already snuck past. He's actually got towards the kitchen, I believe. So coldzera, he should be able to win the round off this. With 30 seconds, only needs to find a quick kill. He's confirmed the kitchen is clear. Got to bring the bomb through. Will he spot Amanek, though? Yes, he will. Oh, not a clean kill. Makes up for it, though.
Yeah, it's a hard shot to hit at range with the Galil, but does do so. And Brokey will convert it before the bomb can go down. FaZe will take 9. An interesting one, an unusual round. We haven't seen something that had that kind of pacing yet.
Certainly not.
I really like that from G2 there. You can see how assertive they wanted to be towards middle. They had an idea of if they hadn't pushed through the smoke yet, we know that they're going to be close. And Rain's gone down first yet again. So as we're continuing to look at opening kill stats, Rain's currently sitting 1 for 6. So out of his 7 opening duels so far, he's gone down 6 times. He's only been successful once. They're not capitalizing rounds off of it, and FaZe are getting trades. So that stat right there can be backed up.
Be rushed, boys. We're getting stuck in.
Oh, we are
Flashes.
just charging in.
The smokes are down. Nico to try and open things up. You can see Hunter's vision removed, but his aim remains. He will be taking down Nico, and it's looking very good for G2 so far as they get the opening kills here. But Rain will answer back, and the bomb will be planted. Double orbs on the retake here, lads. This could be a difficult one.
It really could. That does make the AWP feel a little less than useful. They push in.
Dear.
Oh no, Rain's been having a nightmare. Got caught in transition again, but he lives to tell the tale. And he has managed to find one and another before he goes down. Brokey to clutch. He's capable, but he has not got the dream weapon. Jax has an MP9 close range. He'll cut through him like butter, but doesn't pull the trigger. Brokey, quick on his.
Amazing performance from Brokey so far. 17 kills, only died 4 times there. And we said Rain was having a difficult time. He actually gets 3 kills on round. Sure, there were scrappy ones, but he only had the Galil Baron.
Yeah.
They still won this round even with a missed smoke. Check this out, boys. So it's the hard B, normally with the 2 pillar smokes coming on through. There's a smoke that's just on the roof back here.
Not good
then
enough.
They dropped that, and they were still able to get into the site and close that one out. So FaZe, they're lucky.
It cost Nico his initial life, right?
Because I wondered why he was so cavalier.
Exactly. So they thought both smokes would be down. You just assume they are. And at that point, it's not. Obviously, it happens every now and then, but they still win the round, so it's all good, I suppose. Here's the smoke for you, Alex.
Yeah, so you crouch, and then it's a bit too specific.
Crouch there for
I don't
somewhere.
have to crouch. That's the first step.
Somewhere in the palm tree.
There's a palm tree, and there's some leaves, and
yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know how Nico lines any of his smokes up. I've seen his crosshair. It's tiny.
Well, we saw FaZe lose a round like this before. It did have a Kenny as AWP behind it. That's not so potent this time, but we do have a Jax Deagle, a Nexa Deagle, and a Kenny Deagle, who could potentially put out some 1 digs right here.
All right.
Up towards B they go once again. They found a lot of success on this side of the map. Amanek, not so much. We'll have the CZ though, and a cheeky smoke going down, but can they flush him out? The smoke does beg the question as to whether he remains within the bomb
there's
site.
so many players looking for him.
I feel like he gets a kill though. Oh, Nico, way too sharp today. This is insane to watch. And they're looking for that 11th round, and I think they might have it.
I think you might be onto something there, Hank. Just going to be an armored Deagle and an armored 5-7, hoping to find an exit and a weapon for the final round of play. Not much more you can ask for. I'll just sit back, relax, and so can you for the time of this bomb. You've got about a 40-second drinks break. Hydrate.
What's your favorite drink, Alex? For a gaming session?
For a gaming session, I'll dabble in a game fuel or 2.
There you
That's
go.
probably my favorite.
That's my favorite too. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor?
I should specify, that's the Mountain Dew Amp game fuel.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, of course.
Yeah.
What other would there be?
Hydration stations. It's 2 liters a day. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, you know what, I could have a drink, maybe you should. 2 liters of water a day keeps the sanity present.
And get yourself a hydration buddy, you know?
Yeah?
Just message one of your
Hydro,
friends.
bro.
Are you drinking? Just
Yeah.
make sure that
You had
they
a glass of water recently?
get an H2O in them.
Chad was the pioneer of this movement in the Counter-Strike talent scene. He kept just throwing bottles of water at me saying, you haven't drunk enough. It worked.
Yeah, well, because I know that I definitely am not drinking enough water, so I know the rest of you are. And we've got to make sure we look out for each other here.
Well, it's going to be the final round of this first half, boys. A double AWP setup again. Now, at 6 and 11, if I saw my secondary AWP not really delivering the B-bomb side, he was going down quite consistently, I'd probably say, let's stop that. We know you can use the rifle. Let's get 1 frag, be a little bit more nimble on the bomb side. They're not really falling for the AWP. But still, G2 will make the first on the primary work out quite nicely. That's Nico going down, looking for this final round of the first half.
He's been contributing a lot in middle, so no longer going to be seeing any of those frags come in this round. Final round, first half. Second map, second series.
So it will be the A finish here. You can see them getting ready outside the A ramp. Bomb's going to be there as well. Olaf Meister is sneaking through connector here. They've got absolutely no idea this has happened. And Jax under a lot of pressure and receives a lot of lead, but still not the cleanest of kills. Olaf Meister will be dropped.
Okay. Would have hoped for a bit more out of Olaf's position. And I think he would too. You could see the trigger discipline. He was aware that he could have had the element of surprise on towards CT, but here comes the go. Missed shot from Kenny. Colt's trying to jiggle. He knows leaving Palace is not easy when Kenny's on the AWP. The jiggle is working out. Nades now forced out of Kenny S. 45 seconds. There's absolutely no rush here, but ooh, nice. He evades the Molotov and actually catches Brokey. Kenny's doing it all. 3 kills from the French Orb, 4. He wants the ace. Rain refuses, and now he's got a clutch of his own invention. He can't find it. 11-4. Kenny S secures the 4th for his squad. G2, though, they're on notice. FaZe Clan, they only need a few on their defense.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers 'cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high. Chasing the light, chasing the night. Chasing the
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and 11-4 half has put FaZe Clan in the driving seat. But as I say that, I'm joined by Chad Sponge Birchall, who has been telling me for this last week that the most deceptive scoreline in Counter-Strike is 11-4.
According to Zonic, and probably the greatest coach we have in Counter-Strike at the moment. So I'll take his word as gospel on that one right there. And look, there's been plenty of scorelines that we've seen. Halves of
Yep.
11-4. It's looked like pure domination. And then Kenny S goes and gets a 4K to fire up the team for pistol round. And
Yeah.
they turn this one around. So don't think this one's over just yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Certainly not.
Got the comparison for you, keeping track of that one throughout the series, as always. They're nothing but support for each other, but when it gets to the server, of course, they want to win. No one's more competitive when it's family members involved. I'm sure we can all recall that from personal experience.
Well, you know.
2.98. Okay, so FaZe Clan given a heavy edge by GG.bet, but we're off to see two smokes flying through the sky on the T-pistol.
Yeah, they've smoked towards the CT connector from T-spawn. And of course at the window as well. So they're going for a fast B split here. Two players ready and waiting. That's Cold Zero at the USP. He'll be joined by Olof Meister, who's got the defuse kit, hiding in the van right now. Lovely
Cold.
shots. He's making this work.
Yeah, just sitting and taking his time with the shots as well. He took an extra second to adjust his aim, and Olof Cole does it as well. Between the two of them, that's all they need. B site defended, 12 secured.
Just sitting right back there. It was a lovely execution for G2. I love the smoke from T-spawn. Set them up for the B split quite nicely. They managed to get up towards short and towards the B apartments position. But of course, Cold Zero set up nicely by the bench/kitchen. Manages to absolutely rock their world and find the victory. Let's have a look at it from his POV. First shot was pretty beautiful. Second, no different.
This is a pretty wild stat line. Team opening duels is currently sitting at 11-5 in favor of G2, but the multi-kills are well and truly in the favor of FaZe, 18-6. So even though G2 were getting the openings, they were losing multi-kills after that. And now that they're on the T side, it gets even harder, right? The CT, they're not all stuck together all the time, right? You might take down one, but to get that multi-kill, you need to find him somewhere else on the map. So right here, with this full eco coming on through, it is a chance for FaZe to take a breath. This should be a guaranteed 13th. And if they can keep it clean, that's absolutely perfect right here.
In pursuit of a clean anti-eco. Brokey's responsible for anyone that tries to cross short. Rain's got his back.
Yeah.
And they're coming straight towards that scout. It's not the best weapon to be dealing with Glocks, but a body shot would do. Doesn't find it on the first, nor the second. Brokey, he's being toyed with a little bit, and that has drawn Cold Zero out of his hidey hole. Speaking of, does actually connect his first. He's going to get overwhelmed here. Could get the double dink, and he does. Now an MP9, a perfect weapon for the job. Should solve all of the issues they started to have. And just that one frag for G2 to show for the eco. So no complaints from FaZe Clan, but the buys are coming, and G2's chances are numbered.
So only one player goes down. They don't want to get another M4 out here. Olof Meister could drop one over to Cold Zero just to boost their chances. Had an MP9 in the mix before. Brokey will still be on the scout, and there is the M4 drop. So Cold Zero, a nice full buy. For Master Olof Meister, very selfless. Take it back. Well, maybe not the nice guy I thought he was.
We saw the conversation live in the server.
So here we go then, Brokey. He'll hold towards middle for now. He's got his smoke, or incendio I should say, lined up. Throws that towards the boxes, connects. Galil for Hunter. 4 AKs otherwise.
Ooh, great jiggle from Nico. Saw the toes and drops the smoke. Oh, this boost could be interesting.
Oh.
Will they see him? He's got a suspicion. They fire some bullets and push right through. Kenny S takes some initiative, and there's 2 opening frags. Amanek from Palace, he's about to get very, very hot and bothered. It's cold, but back's turned. Nexa, he adjusts accordingly. Brokey's scout's not going to get him far either, and this quote-unquote bonus round of sorts is going awry. Good frag from Olaf to keep the numbers level.
They haven't planted yet. There's still a chance they can actually win this round. Olaf might sit under 44. You can see Nexa looking quite cagey there on the A side. Brokey and his movement suggest it will be a save eventually, as the A side's wide open. Bombs go down, and they're not going to challenge this at all. The money's quite fragile on the FaZe side, so they still have a buy. They save these 2 weapons, but it still will be a little bit disjointed.
I don't want to see... Okay, this is a really tough one to try and describe because I want to see the teams play, you know, fundamentally sound Counter-Strike. They have to take risks eventually. But if FaZe do what they normally do, which is go by the book until life gets scary, right? That's too late. I think they pull the trigger too late on throwing in the X Factor round. And that's why I think all these comebacks happen, is because they keep going by the book until it's like, oh, wait, the score's 13-10. We need to pull something out. Let's do a pace change. Let's do one of our pocket strats. Pull them out early, right? Try and throw that at them early and see if you can just snowball. If you let them build an economy, you let them get some confidence back, all those things keep happening to FaZe.
And on the CT side, more often than not as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Remember, they were 11-1 up on their T side of Inferno just a couple of days ago. So we will see them have the Galil and M4 saved from the previous round. So Brokey was able to upgrade his scouts to a rifle at least. Not the best setup still. You can see a FAMAS being thrown up to all of Meister this time. And Nico...
Is he going to take the scout from Brokey? No, he saved a Galil, that's right.
So not too bad. Not the best, but they can certainly make this work. Very good, the spray down. No shots connecting as they cross over now. The grenade might be able to do some damage. Not even that. So we are going to see a nice default spread here from G2. Bomb still down in T-spawn for now, but Hunter, we discussed it in that first half. He's known for being boosted up and towards that window area. Always seems to make it work. You see Brokey watching it very vigilantly, making sure that he's got that under lock and key. Good nade. Hunter waiting for an opportunity.
Very similar to how FaZe was starting off their mid-control. 3 in middle, bombs way back. And take control of Connector. Have done so with 2 players. A re-smoke from Brokey could buy them the necessary time, though. As long as there's no gaps, that's perfect. CJax is already looking elsewhere. 40 seconds on the clock. So this does look to be, if Hunter gets the pick, the push towards A. Brokey and Nico have the crossfire. They're flashed, but he can still start pulling the trigger. 1, 2, maybe even a third. Rain's the one to take it. Double kill between them both. And the round is FaZe Clan, 14. They finally break the silence quite early into the piece.
Such a tight choke point there. It was such a huge build-up into the round. I thought I'd see a bit more from G2 in terms of the execution potential there, but still, you've got to commend FaZe Clan on that defense, spraying them down with the Galil. Nico gets 2 kills in the round, 258 damage as well, as they get in touching distance of closing this map out. It's going to be G2's first tactical timeout here. The money's not great. $2,000 on Amanek, and everyone else not much better off. Next up, just underneath 3K. So what do they want to do? I guess they pretty much have to buy. They're not going to recover a 15-5 scoreline, so they got to buy what they can. Time will tell whether that's going to be much at all.
Yeah, this is a tough spot to be in right here.
You have to buy though, right?
This is where you want a pocket strat to come out.
Yeah, that would be great. Let's do a set piece, get the bomb down at the very least. Justify this investment. Default, probably not the most interesting approach here. Here's Nico, though, getting it done. They run through the smoke 1 by 1. Wasn't ideal. Rain managed to get that 3rd kill, but the damage had already been inflicted.
All right, then. So G2, they've put all of their eggs into this basket. Round 20. It hangs in the balance. This was FaZe Clan's pick, and already so very close to closing it out in these first 5 rounds of the second half. Walking towards B, and to be fair to them, that wouldn't be the bad call. Cold Zera playing the off angle. They flash. Oh, he knows. What can he find? They line up! Double kill! Nearly the triple as well. Not bad at all. Olof, he's going to flash for Brokey to try and take a fight. Survival integral here. The bomb's yet to be planted. They don't have to rush this. Utility minimal. Jack's the only smoke.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Nice work from Olof Meister there. Let them plant the bomb. You've got a 4 versus 3 here. We know the money's low already. And we're just going to recalibrate. Wait for everyone to arrive and take this bomb site together. It's only just gone down. Nice boost there on the bomb site itself. That's going to be in favor of Jax, but it's very commonly checked these days, especially in the scrappier rounds.
And Olof returning from where he was spotted. He's going to be a two-pronged assault. And Amanex made sure that Olof's eliminated. Upgrade for Nico, though, as he continues his advance. Brokey's Orps actually found one on the retake. Jax standing his ground. Molotov down. There's so little time. They need to get onto the site now. Nico's trying. Held at bay by Nexa. And they've done it. G2, with just pistols, will take this round.
You wouldn't believe it. It's worked out for them. The bomb will go off, though, and Nexa will not be saving their AWP. Money, though, shattered for FaZe Clan as they are denied map point. It's their pick. Plenty of chances left, but the money, not so much. Nico at 1,400 suggests they might as well force buy into this, and he'll confirm that with the Desert Eagle. And looks like they're just going for it. I don't think they'll fully invest. Like Rain with 2,500 wants to get his money at about 1,500 if he can. And Jack saving the day. We set that boost spot. Can be good for a couple. Next, making the P250 work as well. Managed to get his last kill on Brokey. So there we have it. They stay alive. Could it be enough? Surely. It couldn't be. I'm not there yet.
I'm still of the belief that FaZe will not fall into the same traps they have previous. Just for my friend Yanko's sake,
This
actually.
would be the last time that you're allowed to do that if there's another comeback. This surely must sell you. Even with Yanko being a good mate of ours, if this turns out to be a game that is double digits, right? If we're getting into 12 or 13 rounds for that G2 side of things, it's the same woes for FaZe.
Yeah,
it's the inability to close.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
And this looks like a team of closers. I mean, historically...
Maybe in the clubs, Alex, but I'm not quite sure about in this level.
Damn it! Oh, I set you up for that. The layup and a perfect dunk from Chad Sponge Birchill there. But we do have Kevlar Vests and Deagles. This is similar to Astralis, that magical 500 residual.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of teams opting for that approach these days with the new money system. And, well, Jax, he doesn't subscribe to that. He just wants to go for pure headshots. And that's quite an effective approach as well, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, when you're hitting everything that comes your way, that certainly is one way to win the game. Just like that, this strategy comes tumbling down for the defense. Jax charging up middle, exploiting the gaps in the low buy. He looks set for another one here. Nico's walking straight towards him. It's going to have to be a reaction shot, and he reacts so fast.
Yeah.
You called him a blunt object, and I actually thought that was a really interesting way to summarize him. I know it's in jest at times, but you know, Jax, he is just the kind of you pull him back and then you let him go. One of those mechanical cars used to get in the crackers.
Yeah,
His aim's really good. His
Yeah.
aim is very good. And in terms of individuals who are great at playing off angles, that's something else. He has a string in his bow there, but he's the type of guy who, I'm not going to say he's going to be winning the most clutches. He's going to be getting a bunch of headshots, right? So that's the type of player that you're dealing with in this kind of regard here. If we just take stock a little bit, Cold Zero, 9 kills at the bottom there. Now, he didn't have a busy first half. He didn't really need to with the scoreline. But on the CT side, now with him doing a lot of this B anchoring situation with Olof aggressive cat that we're seeing right now, he's going to have to make sure that he is getting double kills every single time they enter that site if they do try and test him there. Because he used to have Taco for all those years as the B anchor, and Cole got to float around a bit more, right? So now he's the first point of contact on that site, at least from what we've seen here in the early stages.
Yeah, FaZe historically had Carrigan as well. There's always a problem with that Mirage. I felt like that was an area that was sometimes focused on at points. You see Coldzera can step up. Jax certainly can again, but the eco shots are coming back in favor. A couple of kills found. There was a challenge for a third as well. Next, though, down to 40 points of health. We go 14-8 now. FaZe, money's still not amazing for them. There is a buy there. Olof might still have to drop the AWP over.
Yeah, but if they lose this...
Yeah, then we start to open the door of conversation.
Yeah, I'll keep the conversation door closed for now. And I'm going to get myself stood up and really close to the screen so I can fully embrace and understand what is coming into round 23. It's the first map of the series, second series of the day. FaZe's pick, and they did so much work on their T side. They were left with very little to add to the tally to convert here on the defense, but so far it has been a tough task. Smoke and aggression again from Jax. This time they're met and prepared. Double kill, in fact. Kenny was behind him. They wanted to get that AWP straight up the catwalk. Well, I'm afraid this fashion show is a bust.
Well, Nico should be taken out regardless. Hunter has found some footing in the round. You can say that again. Back to a 3-on-3 we go. He does it all.
They're going to join him. They're coming through underpass. With the bomb, he's got the wide open A site. He could even stop the rotate entirely if Brokey fancies it.
No one's at A at all with the CT side. This is hell.
Oh, wow. Hunter's just... I mean, it's a Nico-esque round. I guess it's a Hunter combo. Now they can walk into the site. Surely the CTs would start getting a wiggle on to rotate. Okay, Brokey did go CT, but he's got no one with him. They've still got some ground to cover.
How does this round fall apart in that sort of fashion? Amazing work from Hunter. They've actually got the advantage here, I dare say, with the AWP and the retake as well.
Are they saving?
Yeah, they're going to save because they don't want to go for risks right now because they're playing by the book. They're not playing as FaZe, who are the rock stars would play. They're playing by the FaZe guys who put the glasses on. They're at the front row of class every morning.
Calculators are out.
That's the type of FaZe that are playing here.
Yeah.
The problem is the FaZe that I want to see right now, when they're only 2 rounds away from this, are the ones who are the rock stars.
Nico go kill.
The closers.
Yeah.
You can't be scared of the number 16. Number 13, I can understand. Maybe a little bit superstitious. But 16, that's one right there that you have to embrace. And I want them just to do it. I'm sure that round's going to come when it is a multi-kill, right? It'll be like someone getting a sick 3K or something along those lines.
Yeah, you'd think, though, a 5-on-3 at the start of a round would be enough for FaZe to convert, but apparently not. Hunter racking up the kills now as they switch over to the second half. We'll see if he can keep it up, though. His T-side play has been impressive so far. Always seems to be behind enemy lines. And G2 taking another tactical timeout here. We get to check in with Contact Gaming and Movie Star Riders.
Oh, they're taking one too. Everyone's having a little bit of a timeout, so you can as well, as we fill you in on the both streams. Looks like Steele's continuing with his fragging. I was very impressed by his contributions in their game versus Mouse Sports, and Movistar Riders have managed to close the gap a little bit after Contact's CT side start.
Well, there you have it. Timeouts on both streams. Scoreline very close in either as well. G2 starting to come back online. They're starting to get close to double digits. One more round will do it. They've still got the nice full buy here. And this is a replay from Hunter. Managed to get through that smoke. Find Nico. Brilliant shot towards Rain. Single-handedly wins the round there. That was a full A defense shut down in a couple of moments. So, P250 for Olofmeister. And now the AWPs. They got 2 orbs going into this one. Kenny S looking for the cross, but grenades land. And they managed to get close towards this A-ramp position. So they want to get any further forward.
Kenny does. He doesn't miss. Rain, another early casualty for FaZe Clan. Right at the start, they have to operate at a disadvantage and actually going to be pushing through the B apartments. It's going to take a lot of control out of the G2 playbook. A smoke window as well. Looks like it might have failed. It did. So no mid-window smoke. Does that slow down Kenny? It's unlikely to slow down the push. I can see the bomb is gathering towards a ramp and will be held at bay for another 7 seconds.
1 minute remaining. G2 with 4 players outside this A bomb site. Have to get past Brokey first. And you can see he's not really sure where to position himself. Waiting towards CD spawn. Doesn't nail the first shot. Jax will take care of that. And Nico needs at least 2. Not going to get anything. G2 have guaranteed the round. That's over.
Oh,
very simple approach, but very effective.
Very, very simple. Ends on A. The frags come in. Kenny getting that opener as well was just the start. Nice work from Jax. That frag onto Brokey. Had Brokey had a slightly faster trigger finger, he could very well have taken that shot down, but Jax just body shots him.
G2 are doing it.
How are we feeling now?
Yeah,
How are we feeling now?
Chad. I'm with you.
I'm starting to subscribe. You know, you've knocked on my door so many times. For now, I'm just going to put my name on the dotted line.
Give your email address over.
Buy the
Sign up to the newsletter.
encyclopedias, mate. Buy the encyclopedias. We're selling them all.
Oh, the encyclopedias. I forgot about that salesman. Well then, Olofmeister. Looks like he'll be saving the AWP, the M4. God knows they're going to need him. He can drop 1 M4. Same story for Cold Zera. I don't think they'll go for that, though. It should be another tactical timeout, to be honest with you, considering the close situation they found and 5-on-3 prospects that have fallen apart quite quickly. Are they going to fully invest it? Olofmeister drops over an orb, so it suggests they might do. He could just be giving that to Broken, considering he's the sniper of the squad.
Easy round for G2, all things considered. And yep, we are going to be seeing a half buy with a bit of spice. They're going to see that AWP on Olof of all candidates.
So he heads towards short. It's an A stack otherwise. 4 players there. Olof just positioned towards short to back up towards that connector if required. Rain tried to get aggressive towards the A round before and was shut down by Kenny. Could be quite a similar tale here. He does do 99 damage towards Jackson. Could be enough to convert this up nade. The nade's going to work.
It does. And Coldzera's got himself a double, so now already an advantage for FaZe Clan. I'm still not sold, though. They don't have the dream weapons and an armored deagle, a CZ and a Kevlar vest. It's surely something that Hunter can overcome. He is starting the cross, and what was that? Double! Hunter's doing it again, a triple! He just walks into the site and says no!
The skill couldn't be higher on the server right now. What a recovery from Hunter once again. 16 kills. He really is racking them up in this second half now. Electrifying performance, and it's going to be G2 in the driving seat at this point. But that wasn't a full investment, bear in mind. FaZe Clan, sure, they made it close, but Hunter brings it right back. And they do have a nice, healthy situation now. Here's a replay from Hunter. Disposing of FaZe Clan here, puts him right in the dumpster. Final kill was beautiful as well towards the Palace position. So single AWP again. This time, the M4's to go with it, all the grenades. We're just 3 rounds away from tying things up. FaZe surely can't give this away.
You wouldn't think it was possible. G2's T-side has been finding them all of the ways in, and there's another one. Again, rain falls to Kenny's AWP to start off his defensive half, or rather start, I should say, not half. We're deep into that now.
Yeah, well, that actually puts Rain at this point at the A ramp with no trade potential. He's 2 and 10 in opening duels right now. I'm not sure why he keeps going for that aggressive play. It just hasn't worked out at all, and it's happened once again. I don't know why he's forcing the issue time and time over.
It does make life very difficult for Brokey, who then has to somehow worry about Palace and ramp at the same time. You saw his... Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He has to look at both, and it gets really uncomfortable. Last time, he did miss his opening shot. This time, they're going to test him again. They've still got 2 players dug into B. That looks like a really well-timed Molotov, but they're ahead of it.
Faster, yeah.
He's not going to expect it now. He's got no idea.
Uh-oh. Falling out. Knows that there's a potential Palace peak, and he just caught a glimpse of the elbow. Jax will be getting that bomb down now. And
Look,
FaZe, they're just saving again.
This is the thing, right? You can't save away the rest of the game. You have to put up a fight at some point. You have to try and win a round. It's too late now. They've already caught back up. The score's 14-12. You had another 11-4 first half on your T side. You are meant to be the CT side with the most skilled players in the world to lock this down, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
So you're not happy with it then?
No, because it's not just versus G2. G2 are doing a great job, but this happened versus North. I'm not putting North on the same scorecard as I'm putting G2. This is the issue with FaZe.
The only common denominator there is FaZe Clan.
Yeah.
Yikes. Well, they do have 4 players survive at least, but again, Rain needs to reel it in. At the A ramp, he's going down, what,
I mean,
3 out of 4 last rounds.
If he was just anywhere to support Brokey.
Nice little crossfire.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple. Just everyone work together. We don't need to close this down in the first 10 seconds of the round.
Yeah, but maybe that's the mindset they've ended up falling into after all of these 14, or close enough to 14 leads have been squandered.
They have mixed things up slightly, potentially to put more kind of manpower towards the A bomb side, because all of Meister now with the AWP could go turret in towards the B bomb side like we saw Amanek do, and it allows them to have an extra rifle on the other side of the map. We'll see if that comes through as G2 take their final tactical timeout here. They've had to use these sparingly. It's a long road back into this game, 11-4 down. And now 14-12 on the T side of Mirage.
Nex has been calling quite the T side, and Hunter has been having just enough freedom to find some ridiculous game-winning plays so far.
But it's no longer just what's going down in the server now. It's what's going on in these guys' heads. FaZe have been in this position plenty of times, and they know what it feels like to lose these comebacks. G2 are now starting to believe they're having Hunter just ripping them apart. So
it's Dust 2 up next as well. If they lose it in this sort of fashion on their own pick, they're going to be absolutely done for. Mentally exhausted. They'll be bickering, arguing. Another massive lead given away.
FaZe have won 1 of the 7 gun rounds on their CT side this map.
1 of 7? Wow, those stats do not paint an all too joyous picture. Rain, we had his POV there. He does live to tell the tale of the initial ramp peak. Different setup this time. Kenny was responsible just for that early mid-aggression. Now chopping and changing. So a little bit of a slower pace to this one.
It's bad info. It's clear, but it's not.
Sees the shadow though.
Again. There it is. First kill will be FaZe's, but it's normally converted. This time Rain with the double. The aggression pays off in the end, and we've got a 5-on-3. Surely this is where they get their 15th round, but you never know. Amanek,
It's open.
pull one back.
Oh no, Olaf has to hit this shot. He has to. Oh, and he looks away.
Why?
Into
Why
the
did he look
sight.
away?
He heard the steps. They were coming close, but still the question stands. Nade will do nothing. Trivial damage to Hunter. And after all of their heavy lifting, FaZe have got an impossible retake. Who is that? Nico's at T-spawn. The bomb's already ticking.
They've got a double orb set up for the retake as well. Jax, we know how good he's been in the second half so far. This could be it. If they win this round and another 5-on-3 scenario, call it done.
Yeah, they flash it. Perfect. Rain, that was a rifle. Now the Orbs is still trying to retake. Olaf does manage to get his barrel into Jax's belly button. And now Amanek winning the duel onto Nico. Amanek, his frags have done it all. And it looks like it's happening. Brokey, he hasn't got time. He's going to try and take one of the Orbs and get out of there. Amanek takes it away from him. It's going from bad to worse. This is a nightmare visualized live for FaZe Clan.
Oh, God. I just thought, okay, now the madness is finally over. Rain's got 2 kills in the air ramp. Same play, worked out eventually. A 5-on-3. Surely there's no way they can pull this round back. But Amanek, he gets 1 kill and B. And as you said, the whole bomb tower is open. They make their way back over. Bomb planted. Olaf, he heard the footsteps close range. He flicks away from the window for the
Cold's going to be so mad.
possible moment.
Cold's going to be so furious. He had 1 duel. That's the most important duel of this map so far for him. And he just gets caught by Amanek. Rain's bring in the aggression, and another opening death.
But they have to now, because this is the pace change I was talking about. They've left it so late. Of course you're going to go for aggressive moves now. You've just had 8 gun rounds of nothing. Of course you're going to start pushing. Of course you're going to start taking risks. It's too late. No. Everyone knows.
They look at them. They're in T-spawn just waiting for you to push. They're going to set up.
Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this 6 rounds ago? Why have you waited until now?
Chad perhaps needs to start sending some coaching notepad files.
No, but Yanko's probably screaming the same stuff.
Oh, he is. Make no mistake. We spoke to him. He's well aware of what could be happening.
The first half looked so good. That first half was
they looked
phenomenal.
Indomitable. 11-4 on the half, and we are staring down the barrel of another one-man disadvantage for FaZe Clan. This number 14, it will haunt them if they continue to set a trend here. Perfect flash. Perfect
You just
flash.
like, please don't challenge.
Oh, and then there's a bottle of flame. And then, ooh, Kenny, bye-bye. Does go back and forth, and surely not the B-side's not open.
They'll have no money as well, boys. If they lose this round, it's a 4 versus 2, but there is a kill back. Brokey keeps the dream alive. Another kill. Oh, all off.
Try again.
Gets away with it. 2-on-2.
There's a world.
Certainly is, but Brokey, he's looking a little uncomfortable in this transition. I think he realizes A is their target. Jax is hunting him down. Close quarter Zorping, nerve-wracking stuff. And he does take the bomb down, but Jax still standing. Olaf connects, and FaZe Clan break their silence off the back of the Swede on the AWP.
Woo. Brokey is the bloody hero here. 24 kills to his name. I swear within the first 4 or 5 rounds of the game, he had 12.
He had 12 at round 7.
So he cooled off for a little while there, but he was a big factor of them getting into this game, and now he looks like a big factor in them closing this out. But the money...
Yep, it's woeful, Chad. That's what I was about to point out, because they only get 32.50 for that one. It comes down to 1 versus 1. The money was already broken entering that round. So bear that information in mind. It looks like overtime is written all over this one. They're going to have to take a tactical time and discuss their options. As we're checking with the Movistar Riders here, looking to close out their game on Nuke, it seems. Their first map between Contact Gaming. And it's a full buy, so another huge round going down on that side of things as well. That's on the B stream. Go check it out if you're a fan of either of those teams. And we are going to see them limp in. I saw an MP9 purchased and an AWP. Here are the scores so far. Hunter looking sensational out there. Just some crazy rounds.
His second half's been lights out. He was actually kind of right middle of the pack, and he's managed to catch up with everyone else.
So bear in mind, I will say this now, if G2 win this, we're going to overtime. This round is where it's decided. And they've got Deagles, an AWP, and an MP9 after winning the last round.
Isn't that, I don't think I've ever seen that before in my entire life.
That's insane. You're actually on the eco after winning a big round.
They win and they eco.
Well, never seen this.
An AWP and an MP9.
Sure. They've saved the money. They're playing for the next round here, hoping they can close it out now if possible. It's still with money in reserve. I agree with Chad. I've never seen this in my life. You've won the previous round. You've taken a partial investment.
It's probably the right. It is the right call.
If you break it all down, I've never called this in my life. But if you got like a mathematician out and he said, statistically, this would be the best way to guarantee a victory in this possible scenario, maybe they're onto something.
Yeah, the FaZe mathematicians. It's a new one for the...
At least at this time, they get 2 bites of the cherry, right? Because they've got an AWP and Deagles. They can definitely still win that round, but they've saved enough money to have a full gun round for number 30. That's the most important one. They'd rather have 2 goes with a weaker buy and then a full buy and lose it in that sense instead of 2 really weak buys being brought out.
Kenny is just picking apart the A side. The fight he took on Rain was absurd, and he's only gone and got a second one now as well. So this could be Broky's chance. Oh, Jax gets away, Scar free. Gives him the fight again, a tag, expecting a second challenge.
no.
And Broky does hit a spectacular shot. The gap's being closed, and he's trying to run. Oh no! Nico! How does he miss that? He never misses Deagle shots like this. Kenny, Jax is low as well. Broky's gonna fall. This does look like this one's gone tumbling down. Nico desperate to find what he couldn't before, but Kenny gets away. Olof, however, only the one.
Oh, Nico, only a Desert Eagle here. If he gets the AWP of Kenny, that's great. That's more like it from Nico. And that will save the AWP at least. So something to work with going to that next round. It's not looking too good, though. Bear in mind, if you're just joining us, this was another massive lead for FaZe. They were, what, 14-5 up, I think it was. And now 15-14 on the T side. G2 have clawed their way back into it, but avant-garde approach here from FaZe Clan. They did not fully invest into this round. They went for a partial buy after winning the previous. Well, Nico, he might be in trouble. I think he's okay. No one at T-spawn. And they'll try and jump over and take him down. Might as well. It's the last round coming up next. You can be the buy whatever happens. And Hunter's running straight through that. Let me tell you, looking for his cousin. He's found him, and he removes the AWP, recovers it as they enter round number 30 now. Difficult buy on the cards.
Even more salt found. Hunter manages to take the AWP away. Okay, you said overtime written all over it. Let's see if there's anybody with an eraser on FaZe Clan. Can they get this in regulation? It was poised. This is the shot I was talking about. Such a small angle for Kenny S.
Poor Rain. He's been involved in 15 opening duels, and he's gone down 12 of those times. He's only been successful 3 times.
Sheesh. Looks like Movistar Riders are about to pick up their first map on the B stream. 2-man advantage. And looking to close it out on the CT side. But in our game, we are about to see whether overtime's on the cards.
Just a note, Contact Gaming is where Nexa and Hunter came from.
Yes.
And crazy.
That is true, yeah.
There you go. It all comes full circle. Quite incestuous in CSGO.
We are going to
get it this final round. So Cold Zero, the M4. It's a pretty good buy. You can see why they approach in this sort of manner. If they close it out, they'll look like geniuses. For Chad and I to say we've never seen this before, that's quite a statement, as we've seen pretty much everything there is out there. When it comes to Counter-Strike, at least. Not so much World Verse and other things, but this game we've got under.
This one you've got under wrap.
Yeah.
We've been doing this job for about 12 months now, so
exactly.
We're very well versed in Counter.
Overtime looms. I can't believe it. Chad called it.
You did.
I think I called after round 4.
You did. I was like, come on, mate. They're going to do this.
Mate. Amanek and Rain, a standoff.
Who
will fudge first? Who's feeling it? Rain, if he goes down, there might be a desk moment.
No. Well, the thing is, he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
He's just not converting the kills.
Yeah.
Bit of a stalemate here, but the bomb is outside the A bomb sites on the back of Nexa, the in-game leader, joined by Jax, the blunt object. Oh, this standoff. Really started to peak in tension.
It is, and Rain makes the sound cue. They go through that. Jax might try, and he gets the frag. No! Rain's gone, but Brokey keeps it level. Brokey's gone, though, because Jax hasn't let go of W, and Amanek's got another OT. Cold Zera, he maybe wants to finish this one in regulation. Just the first.
They still can, Alex. In a 3 versus 2, the bomb's not down yet. He's beating the utility towards Connector. They might not be aware of his presence towards the steps right now. They do have kits. They have a smoke as well, but they need to find at least 1 kill before they can start the sequence of the retake.
It's kind of hinging on Cold Zera, but Jax is playing this so passive. Jiggle does find 1. Flashes and all of that utility pulled out of them. Kit on Cold. Olof closing the gap. The flash isn't bad, and Olof wins the first duel. Now they've got to solve this puzzle quick. Nexa's in a position to stop that defuse.
Sit in the smoke.
Nexa can just play around it, using that smoke to his advantage. Bullets are connecting, but Nexa's the one to take us to overtime. From a lead of magnificent proportions, FaZe Clan have let it slip away.
They really have, Alex. And now everything's reset. Massively, they had the 11-4 first half, the 14-5 second situation as well. It means nothing. We're all reset here, and the morale will be very high on the G2 side of things. What an amazing comeback. They had to work so hard for it. So many epic rounds, 5-on-3s.
Hunter with his 3Ks.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. And FaZe are going to be so low right now. They give this one up, I feel like they could be done for.
I'm worried about Dust too.
Yeah, me too. Look at the ADR dropped off for Nico as well. He was doing so well in the first half. I think it was close to 100. It's definitely a 92, I think. So Hunter continues that strong form. Nico's starting to drop off somewhat.
Well, both teams have had clear, well, in the early stages of their halves, focus on their CT sides of shutting down these connector plays, right? But when we look at the way that G2 were able to manhandle FaZe there, FaZe had a lot more gun round attempts, right? Because they were saving so much more than what G2 were.
Fair.
They were trying to give themselves as many chances in many rounds as possible and were still unable to look dangerous. It didn't feel like there were many dangerous rounds. There were a couple, there were definitely a few in the mix, but it was always seemed like Rain was going down first, or Kenny would find an AWP kill in transition. Something along those lines would go on down here. And as we look to get into overtime, this is now where we have 10K, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, we are on the road to Rio, which is a major, so it will be 10K for this version of the overtime. Teams have to be a little bit more frugal. You expect the risks to come out, but it's already, like, once again, because you know that, the FaZe are going to have to play their default style, but their default style hasn't been working at all, so what do they do?
So does G2 want to change the pacing completely here in the first round of overtime? They're the ones in the driving seat now. They'll be controlling the pace of the game. And in overtime, you've learned each other's tendencies, you've downloaded all the information, you're aware of what kind of game plan they're putting down, and this is where the more interesting strategies are deployed.
Certainly.
The more kind of experimental approaches.
Yes. Once the playbook has seen 30 rounds of play, it's pretty tattered at that point. Pretty common knowledge. FaZe Clan and G2 have both got each other's games on their Kindle at that point. And so you can get a little more creative. And at the 10K start money, as Chad's already highlighted, there will be an interesting conversation surrounding AWPs and that decision-making process. We saw, of course, the CT side of G2. They opted for double AWPs in the regulation as often as they could. When it's 10K, I'm going to be interested to know if that's something Amanek's going to keep equipping, because it wasn't necessarily bearing fruit all too often. I'm hearing quite the conversation going on over there. Rushley, have you got an eye on it? Is it all...
Yes, I'm reading through it at the moment. There is a TeamSpeak issue for Hunter, I believe. They've swapped TS, I think, but I think it should be sorted very soon, I'm hoping.
If they need a TS, they could always use yours.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say the IP, but I can't remember it, so...
We have that problem every day,
Yeah,
right?
we do.
When we were swapping around PCs when we first got to this house, it was like, hey, can someone send me the IP?
Why don't you just get it tattooed on your body, Rush?
I don't know. At one point, it was Rushley123456.com, and you could just connect directly to it through that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that anymore. So
Well, it's probably good that's not a thing, because now maybe hundreds of thousands of people might try and join your TeamSpeak, Rush.
yeah, well, that's fine. More the merry.
Okay. All right.
Rush is going to be hosting a party, an after-night
I'm on
party.
there all the time. I've got like
You don't
7
leave.
days straight. Yeah. Idle time. I'm one of the greatest subscribers you've got, I think, Rush.
Henry stays on there. You are a Rushley Ranger now. I gave you the little tag.
Yeah,
so
What does that mean?
Oh, it's just a Rushley fan, you know. So
Did I get the Rushley Ranger status?
if you want it, I'll give it to you tonight.
Oh,
How
I
about
see.
that?
Priorities are being adapted here, Rush.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I understand. I'm
I'll
not
include
offended.
everybody. The Rushley Rangers is a big family. We welcome all
Makes
into
me
it.
feel less special, to be honest. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, Rush.
No worries.
Hope you enjoy
We
overtime.
might have him for a while here.
Oh, really?
Because we're not looking like we're getting back underway anytime
I
soon.
thought that was it. We were wrapping it up. They were good to go.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Let's go. I've just received word from Graham Pitt. I've got both thumbs up. We're about 20 seconds away from getting
Double
this one live.
thumbs up. Exactly what the Counter-Strike community needs right now. And it's delivered by Graham Pitt. We're getting back into the action. It's the first round of overtime here. We're going to remain on the CT side for FaZe, of course. 10K start money means a double AWPs. Not so likely, but we have got one for FaZe to kick things off. If you lose that first round and all 5 go down, it's going to be difficult to recover and get that setup going once again.
Got 3 kits. They don't need to buy any more.
No helmets as well. Just know that money is a big issue in 10K overtime.
Here we go. Let's see if FaZe have anything at all.
All right, folks. Overtime. If you just joined us, G2 Esports have just forged a miraculous comeback. Kenny's taken a chance there. Wanted to start with a bang, get under their skin. And Rain immediately demands control of the ramp room. With Nico in support, they confirm no initial aggressions, and Olof's going to be doing the same thing towards apartments. Interesting, partnering up and going for some rather aggressive moves.
This is the same play we saw Amanek and Hunter do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. pretty much carbon copy. This is why Hunter would proceed towards T-spawn usually. But he is the one normally doing that, and he's patrolling the perimeter right now. coldzera nails the shot. Next it goes down.
Can he chill now? Just fall out, right?
That's enough. They've been losing a lot of 5-on-3s, so a 5-on-4 certainly not a guarantee yet.
This is going to be the test for Brokey. 26 frags from the Latvian. It's impressive, to say the very least. Right there alongside Olofmeister, a storied name in Counter-Strike. He's got the smoke. Nice lineup to get themselves an extra 15 seconds on the apartment's pincer because they are coming his direction. They've even boosted the AWPer up, and Olof's considered it and flicks to it with perfection. Another for FaZe Clan. Brokey's found Jackson Apps. The bomb is loose, and the round surely won.
Well, that little breathing time has actually worked wonders for FaZe here. This is going to be the first clean sweep on the CT side we've seen, to be honest with you. It will be relatively clean. One player goes down, but Hunter down to 11. He won't be winning this one. They can guarantee that with 13 seconds remaining. Olofmeister close things out there, and it's 1-0 FaZe. They're back in the lead, boys.
Yeah, and they had a team-based opening move there to find them an opening kill.
That's a good point. He wanted to see it. It works out for him.
So just a fun one. Of the last 6 rounds of regulation, G2 got the opening kill 6 times, and they were all on Rain. So that was the change-up. Rain didn't die first, and the kill didn't fall in the favor of G2. It was actually one for FaZe. So very important right there to be able to mix that one up. This looks like an A fake with an all-in, heaps of smokes and flashes.
Yeah, 3 of them down as well. Look how well they land. That's all thrown from
They throw them
T-spawn.
so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it does look like coldzera is aware of it. He's dropped the smoke over towards B in response after seeing that all towards the A bomb side. So he is aware they're going to try and pounce on it. Olof goes in towards underpass as well. He's feeling himself.
Oh, he saw the head. The next up makes him dead. Now flashing into the B site. coldzera, he's got a lot to do here, and he's missed his first shots. Rain's clawed one back, but this duel is important. coldzera continuing to be traded out. 2 versus 3, and there's no access for Brokey. He's got 3 Molotovs carpeting the kitchen. He can't even hold the line he was. What do you do with this one? Rain will be coming in from kitchen. Brokey trying to get himself over to short and manages to do so with grace. He needs to find Amanek here. That's his objective, and we'll fire off a shot.
Yeah.
Finished by Rain, and another from Rain. Next is gone, a smoke on the bomb. It's only a Molotov. Hunter can win this, and he will look very easily set to do so. 1 and 2. Hunter is a robot. 22 kills, 2 in the round, and equalizing in overtime.
Big moves from Hunter once again there. Delivers in the 2 versus 1. Stunning shots with the AK-47. It's going to be the final round of the first half here of overtime. 1-1 right now. Who will be taking the lead? It was both teams showing their power on the T side here. 11-4 to FaZe to kick things off, and then G2, they answered back in a very similar way. We are going to have Hunter, that last shot coming on your screen right now. Beautiful stuff towards Rain. Single orb set up for now as Brokey tries to boost up coldzera towards CPL. It's going to work out for him.
Ooh, Nico wants to fight, and he doesn't even get a single frag. He thought he had it. So did I, to be fair. Jackson, Hunter keeping each other safe. And Hunter's even found another one.
They're getting absolutely manhandled right now, boys. This is almost too much. 5-on-2, Brokey, Olofmeister. They've got to retake a bomb side. 5-on-2. Sure, the C4's not gone down yet, but I don't think that really helps them out too much. 1 kid available, couple of smokes. Hunter and CT spawn.
He wants more. Kenny's even found one with the Tech 9, and Brokey, great shot. He's been hitting a whole lot of them, but G2 will take the round, and that puts them at 17. 19 is the magic number, if you're unfamiliar with how the MR3 system does work. You're going to be seeing 19, so 2 away for G2.
So I'm just taking a quick look back at the rounds that went in G2's favor in the first half. 3 of them were gun rounds. 1 of them was a low buy, right, where they had Hunter open things up with that 5-7 onto Rain. So those are the 4 rounds that were in the first half for G2. A lot of those rounds had Kenny S getting AWP kills or multiple AWP kills. So look out for that here as we kick on into the second half of overtime. Instrumental for them, probably about an hour ago now. Could Kenny do it again?
Well, as the T side of FaZe where they looked oh so good. Can they replicate that form? Is there anything left in the tank? Been a long old map, this one. Kenny S looks towards middle, but challenges towards B. Amanek will fall back.
Yeah, way back, actually. Completely concedes the site. More Molotovs to lock him out, but oh, Brokey, you've been good. You get a little too peaky, does get punished. Amanek, however, does go down to Olof, so we keep it 4v4. Crossing to the bench costs Rain the majority of his life. Kenny flicking a hit.
Kenny has a molly for his position here. He just has to be able to line it up.
Yeah. Is that going to be possible, though?
Oh.
Jack certainly seems to think so. What a brilliant shot that was. Incendiary down towards the bomb site. This is going to be them moving towards it now. GT are going for it. Jack's coming in from short. The bomb's halfway gone. This next kill, very important indeed. Hunter will find it. Coldzera, they know where he is. He's low. And now Rain is just the last player remaining. Got to get the defuse going. Next, they will check the position, get the defuse in, and they've got map points from 11-4 down. They've come all the way back in overtime here. They have 2 lives to actually close this map out. Unbelievable.
Holy moly. Red beans and ravioli. This is crazy. Look at this shot from Nexa. He has to be defusing instantly. He finds Rain and gets on it with a second to spare. If Rain had just had a little cover, a little something so he could contest that defuse, they would have perhaps taken the 17th.
Oh, I can't believe this has actually happened again. After the scenes a couple of days ago. 11-1 on T side of Inferno.
Yeah. I even wrote it down.
We've never seen that before, that sort of scoreline. That sort of matchup as well. Kenny S looking to close things out here. A couple of ambitious shots. One of them will land. Nico answers back, though. 4 versus 4. Technically favors FaZe Clan. And they're going to commit towards B. They're just sending it.
Amanek, he could get overwhelmed here, but he's not opting to fall out of the site. Now lying in wait on the bench. Kierby taught us how effective it can be, but the Molotovs forced him out. 30 HP, a bullet would do, and it's found by Olof. So now numbers continued and extended for FaZe Clan. 4 versus 3. Bomb will tuck Brokey into the site, and he could get into a little bit of a spot of bother. Nice work from Hunter on the retake, and another from Hunter. Finally caught by Cold. All onto Jax now for G2. He can close it out right here. All he needs is one more frag, and he knows where Olof is. Molotov, HE, he's trying to burn him out of position, but I think Olof may have caught him off guard here. He does. The reposition saves him, and a triple kill from Olof keeps FaZe in the game.
Just by the skin of their teeth, Alex. G2, with Hunter especially looking so sharp. I thought they had that one in the bag. Jackson, the 2 versus 1, manages to get the incendiary down, but Olof, very fancy footwear to get out of there, secures the 1v1 duel.
I just want to compare Nico's kills with Coldzera's right now. So Nico has cooled off exceptionally.
Yep.
I can't even remember the last impactful kills that he's had, whereas Coldzera was sitting down the bottom of the scoreboard, and now he's ticking back along to have the same amount of kills as Nico and Rain. So some of the big names of FaZe Clan, they've dipped on off here.
I feel like with the pressure gets higher, the in-game leader of Nico, his form will drop off. If they're high-flying and looking great, sure, it's going to work out for them, but anything but here in this opening sequence. But they have spotted 2 players towards the underpass. Need to try and flush them out if possible. For me, that suggests they need to try and go to A quickly, but the bomb is going through T-spawn, so they won't be able to pounce on this opportunity when they know they've locked the CTs out.
It was Nexa too, so that information is huge right now for FaZe, and you can see that's where they want to end up. They're just limping out onto the site here. Not too much utility. This could be everything.
Jax's position, yeah, I think this is perfect. Rain hears the steps, he may be baited into the swing, gets flashed in, and there's the trade. No, it's not! Finally, Rain finds the FaZe double, and we're looking like another overtime here. Hunter and Nexa. They've done more than this before, and already Hunter's found one. Nico's gone, another one in the battle of the Kovac.
Oh, the incendiary.
Ooh, that would have been promising. He's got a nade as well. That's going to land right
kill.
on the top pocket of Rain.
No,
it's not.
1 damage.
A single point. The
molly's
Flames,
good.
though.
Not known to be an all-per-old Rain.
And he's got him. Burned down. Another incendiary coming in. Brokey needs to take the fight, but he's from CT. Finally, Hunter is shut down. He did so much already. Nexa to clutch. He's running out of time. He does have a smoke. That's pretty much the only chance he's got. A fake, hoping to draw Coldzera out of his hidey hole, and he has. Hits the shot, but no more time. He's going to just accept this one's gone. Brokey to secure it, and we're off to overtime number 2.
Well, now G2 will remain on the CT side. Same story for FaZe on the terrorist forces here. They've done enough. They've taken us to double overtime. Is this the advantage they're looking for, though? Nico does manage to get another frag there, but Chad is right here. Significantly dropped off since the pressure has mounted.
So let's throw the pistol rounds for regulation out of the window there. That was the factor that FaZe had over G2 in regulation. Now, if we just look at gun rounds, these guys are pretty even, right? They both had pretty poor CT halves and very good T halves. So FaZe, once again, are looking to get a minimum of 2 here.
Kenny S to strike first. He's at the connector position, looking for the cross. He normally nails this shot. Today is no different. Rain will go down once again. His opening duel ratio has got to be pretty disastrous right now, Chad. But we will have a 5-on-4 early for the G2 boys here.
He's currently sitting at 3 and 15.
Yikes.
Not ideal. Jiggle from Nico. Is he safe? Looks like he will be. Doesn't have to do too much, just wait it out, let them throw as much utility as they desire towards his location. Nico, however, has caught something, a bullet perhaps. Did get tagged down to 20. Look at this forward stack of CTs. First they went underpass together, and now they're going ramp as a pair.
Well, they've got the opening advantage here. Brokey with the orb might not be ready for this one. I take it back. He's more than ready. And now he has to deal with the low HP in front of him. Down to 88, and he has got a lot of problems here. He's got the bomb on his back. He'll have to just reposition. Come in from a different avenue, because if he loses the bomb there, the round's over.
Yeah, Nico,
Oh, he's got through.
he's made the sound cue. He wants them to get paranoid, and Olaf walks straight into the line of Amanek. That is surely enough said.
Well, 25 seconds. Time will tell, though. Head towards B. Making a lot of footsteps here, but Nico has found the opening. 3 versus 2.
He was running as well.
They've got a plan here.
They could very well take this. Gonna have to set Brokey up for success. It's not easy.
Oh, it's a nice duel towards short.
It is, but up close is the real threat, and he will acknowledge that. Clears it, and now he can focus his attention on short. That does eliminate Kenny S. So a 2v2, and perhaps even a 2v1 as Nexa walks straight into the crosshairs. It's just Hunter. Recovered kit. Could be a part of this one, but another shot hitting. Brokey hasn't missed much over the course of this Mirage as he continues to line them up. He's on 3. This could be the 4th. Jumped and exposed, however, no time. And this one will go FaZe Clan's way. Nico, just by virtue of the clock, converts the 19.
Well, there it is. It is going to be the round for FaZe, and they managed to go towards the B bomb site. 1 kill was required to get that bomb planted. Brokey had the step of the AWP, and my God, did he deliver. Great shots towards Kenny and Nexa. No time remaining there, and it will be Hunter saving the M4. And we get into the next round. No timeouts remaining on both sides, I think, unless this is technical. It might be. So it gives us a chance to look at the overall complexion of G2. Do they want to force a double orb setup again? Not sure it was really working out on their CT side.
Kenny did find the opening kill there, and that was one of the win conditions that we were giving for them on some of their CT rounds. However, it was just the one. You know, we need a, unfortunately for Kenny, one isn't good enough right now. He needs to find that second. So freeze time starts ticking on down. We get back underway, and, well, FaZe, the T side's good. There was a gamble stack coming out there from G2 to deal with that A presence. It almost worked. If they had taken down Brokey, as Alex was pointing out, the bomb would have been marooned. It would have been all on over, but this one continues forward, and FaZe now want to head back towards the mid and B side of the map here.
Usual battle for mid-control, but this time there's 4 members of FaZe behind this battle, and they are not slowing down. They're going quick, and look at this reaction. Interesting from G2. They fall out of the A site. It may have just been a miscall, because for now, Kenny returns to his roost. I was going to say, you might want to climb up on towards CT, but he's showing a bit more of an aggressive stance, sweeping all the way and actually catching Olofmeister. Nico, he couldn't cover it because of the smoke. And now he returns to focus his attention on stairs. Kenny, you said he needs a double. He's already found one.
What's left here for FaZe? They've got control of the A side. We need to get that bomb down. Hunter hasn't shot the vent out yet, trying to see if anyone will sneak towards that position. Flushing out the shadow area. No CT's waiting. They're actually towards the A ramp right now in Tetris. What is the next move from FaZe? Kenny S might see the barrel here. If he swings out just a little bit more, did he spot it? He seems to think so, and takes down Brokey. Nice work.
He's doing so much work for his team. Having his teammates on ramp enables him to take all of these fights. Finally, somebody silences him. It's coldzera who whips out the duct tape. 3 versus 2. Next up, he should have Cold dead to rights here, but he's been spotted. Good duel for Cold to win. Costs him a lot of his health. Down to just 9.
Are they aware, though, of another player at the A ramp? They're going towards B with a bomb.
Look at this.
It doesn't matter then. Okay, well, Amanek is here.
He might hear it go down, so this is a problem for Nico. If he tries to plant open here, not expecting another player to be close. Okay. Amanek's heard that, definitely.
Yeah, he's checking B.
Checks to rotate out, and he even gets the frag. He checks it. coldzera was low.
Did Amanek just spot
I
Nico?
think the way he started moving suggests he did, but no, suggests he doesn't. But Nico, 2 versus 1, bomb at about a halfway point. They have no utility apart from a decoy. He's going to swing out from the van, maybe preemptively. But they've touched the bomb at this point.
We might just call it, yeah. Now he knows this one's going to be real. Jax is on the bomb.
Got no kit.
Amanek's off it, and he gets the shot, but no
that's cost
kit.
him.
They win it. Nico, a 1 versus 2. The frag onto Jax was all that he needed.
No kit in overtime. It does cost them the round there. Great work from Amanek, but it wasn't quite enough. It's recovery mode for FaZe Clan this time. They've gone 2-0 on their T side.
Surely that's enough now. You think about it, Nico, we've saying he's been very, very quiet. Well, him and Cold, they just chimed together for a massive round. That has to fire them up here because FaZe 1 round away from being a flawless in their, well, second T half of overtime, or double overtime.
Yeah, and it all started with what looked to be a Kenny S shutdown. I mean, that was 3 incredible kills, but Nico finding Hunter after all of that waiting. They spent about 30 seconds in jungle.
Had they defused that with the kit initially, they would have actually had that. There's no way you could see the bomb. That would have been a straight up 5-second defuse, no problem, even if you got that first kill, but they didn't have it. It all falls apart, and we go into the final round here. It's a double up setup once again. Looking for just one here, G2. Challenging towards the B apartments here. The AWP shot actually connects with the wall, I think.
I can't believe he has the audacity with a glass cannon AWP to be fighting like that. Gets away with it. And now he's watching the cross of the smoke. Olof's gonna, ooh, the timing is so intense.
There's no
in
way they expect
Counter-Strike.
him to be
No
pushed up
way,
this
no
far.
way. If he plays this timing right, yeah, look at the rotate. They're gonna leave Kenny solo on the site. Hello. Oh, Olof wasn't ready for it either. And now this duel, and Kenny's won it. Oh, my goodness.
No.
No.
That shouldn't be happening, but it's beautiful stuff from Kenny S. What a remarkable CT shift he's put in today.
Yeah, everything he possibly can. Olof's going to be so mad at that one. They're trying to go B. Shots from the A site do clip Rain on the way in, and Kenny, he can see the arm. Another frag, Brokey boosted. It means he knows where they're coming. The commitment's on its way. And Kenny, he is playing a sublime game of Counter-Strike today. Holding the line, misses his first, but won't make the same mistake again. Looking for the ace. It's Kenny, yes, baby. He fights back and finds the 19th. This overtime continues.
That was so wild from Kenny S there. I can't believe he even got away with that first kill. Look at Olaf Mice had him dead to rights. All of a sudden, hit the quick scope from the van. Adjust perfectly, and the round falls apart. If Olaf Meister gets that kill, it's 3-0. Just to know. Like, there's no one else there. He just somehow gets the ace. That's so sick.
One player left. He's caught with his knife in his hand. He's got no armor, by the way. Not a single shred of it. Hits the quick scope, and let's watch the other 4.
Right. It's an ace on the glass cannon. Yes, that's a very good point. They didn't even do any damage to it.
No one touched him. Just untouched, unscathed, and unbelievable.
Well, it gives them enough. That's what we needed, that one round. Means they can afford to lose one now, but Brokey, he'll be challenged towards middle. Fires off the shot, doesn't quite connect. Gives over middle now to G2. Kenny S.
If Kenny kills Rain again from this aggressive jiggle,
Wrecks them.
he's hitting it all. I just want one day where I can hit shots like this.
Just to back up the Kenny stuff, Kenny has 9 kills in the second overtime alone, and he's got all 3 opening kills as per the first half. So if he gets the opening here in the second half, he'd be flawless so far.
That's quite the stat. So every round has started with a Kenny S frag so far. Can he complete the set? Nobody's dropped just yet. The leg shot would have kept the perfect record into round 4. Hunter, I think he's safe. He is. Doesn't have to move. No sound cue, no issue.
Oh, it touched him.
Oh, it did. And he's going to get finished off for it. Punished as the last second spread. Nico makes him dead.
Well, they're hunting for map points here. FaZe just need one more, and Rain tucks himself in. Good for 1, but still a 4 versus 3 in favor of FaZe here.
Yeah, it's quite the scalp to take. That's Kenny S. No more of his funny business into round 4. But with 25 seconds, who's going to get that bomb down? It's the job of Nexa. Jax to defend it. Look at FaZe. They're actually going to try and go back through window. Interesting. And Nico, he's making very loud steps. Nico does take one down, but Jax does neutralize. So bomb planted. Advantage perhaps starting to shift in G2's favor.
I think you might be right here. Jax and Nexa with the bomb down. Both looking incredibly good today as well. All comes down to the timing of this one. Olofmeister swings around and met by the AK-47 of Jax. 2 versus 2. Another remarkable recovery here. Could it actually happen? coldzera looking towards a jungle position, and he gets a lot more than he bargained for. They have done it once more, boys. G2 tie things up 20-20.
I'm not a little confused as to why Jax just swapped the AK for the M4, but it's a minor thing. I'll accept it. Maybe he's got a preference.
Well, because they're not getting helmets on the CT side. That's why. He can have a more controllable weapon, go for big spray downs, and still have the potency of the headshots.
Actually, you've given me a justifiable reason there. Yeah, you're absolutely bang on. No helmets for 4 members of FaZe.
Cold buying armor is questionable as well, with only 850 left in the bank balance after this round. So this is almost do or die for FaZe Clan here. I have a feeling if they get bottomed out and they don't save any guns, this could be a G2 victory.
A 3-0, kick it off, that would be wild. It would actually be perfect. Just the way this game's gone down, they really would encapsulate the whole thing, not the double spray down. It will be for coldzera, and they've taken so much damage, but still, they have the man advantage for now. 4 versus 3, but coldzera and Rain with 10 health between them have to hold vigilantly towards the A site, and the smokes are being delivered here. Flashbang is just spot on. This is very difficult to contain.
Guys, did Jax's M4 just dink the only helmet on the CT side?
I think it did, you're right.
It did! I can't believe it.
Yeah.
He gets a double kill as well.
Very
If that
unlucky.
was an AK, I don't know. I mean, it's if, buts, and maybes, but that is a comical turn of events.
So another bomb planted. Kenny yet alive this time. We said that's a huge factor. Looking towards the bomb site, gets scored out by Olofmeister, but Amanek and Nexa still can do this one. Olofmeister tucks himself in. It's going to be enough here, and they've got a 3 versus 1 scenario with a smoke down, and no kit on the diffuser right now. Hold on a second. Brokey nails the shot and confirms the victory. Down.
Oof. There was no other kits. That's the only way that was going to go down right there, with Brokey and Olof surviving. A full 10-second defuse in the smoke puts the 21st on the board for FaZe Clan. CT rounds have not been too common for FaZe, having their fair share of issues with it. Trials and tribulations continue. Will we see a 3rd overtime on the first map of our 2nd series today?
Nico had a quiet period within the game. We're starting to warm right back up now. You can see the scoreline closing between him and his cousin there as we get into the final round. Will G2 tie things up to take us triple overtime, or can FaZe find the knockout blow at this point?
Aggressive again, and coldzera's found Jax. Rinse and repeat, same flash, same frag, and an early advantage for FaZe that Rain doesn't want to let slip away, but he has, and a missed no-scope. Brokey panicking a little, will find a safer line.
Smoke down towards Connector, delivered by Hunter. It's going to be very difficult to retake now. So much vision taken away. Kenny S with the AWP. Rattles off a shot there towards Connector, and this is where the bomb will be planted. They've got to play him backstabbing though. This is huge. They won't anticipate this so quickly. Very nice work from Nico.
So he's surely got the Amanek frag, but they're tucking in towards ramp. It's a plant for them, and one's going around the world. Hunter's going for the big play. That could be a big part of this round still. So, but keep your eye on the Kovac brothers, or cousins. Pushing in. Amanek spotted and eliminated. Nico needs more though, and it's traded. Nexa was hiding. Olof's got 1. Keep your mind on Hunter. No one's defusing. Cold's got 1, and Hunter, he gets the first, but doesn't get away. Has he got a kit? Picks it up. Has he got time?
He's got up.
And ladies and gentlemen, a long, brutal journey, but FaZe Clan, they complete Mirage. 22 in the end, but they avoid the triple overtime and take their map pick.